Hey guys, welcome back to BroandSisMathClub. Today we'll be learning how to factor ax²+bx+c when the value of ac is negative. We can do this by following the 5 steps to the right. So if you need to pause the video and write these down, then you can do so. These steps are, according to this, step 1 would be to identify the a, b, and c values. So here we have our polynomial, which is 2x² plus 3x minus 9. So let's go ahead and do step 1. So we need to find out the a, b, and c. So a is going to be 2, b is going to be 3, and c is going to be -9. So we've done step 1. Step 2 is to find the ac value. In order to find the ac value, we're going to multiply the value of a times the value of c. So a times c gives us -18 because 2 times -9 is -18. So now that we found the ac value, we realize that it is indeed negative, as it says in our title. So in order to factor this out, so let's look at step 3, which says rewrite the polynomial in x²+bx+c form. And if you realize this, then it is actually the standard form of a polynomial. So this is ax²+bx+c. So in order to write this in standard form of a polynomial, what we're going to do is we're going to temporarily forget about the a value. So forget that there's a 2 in front of the x². So we're going to write this as x². We're going to keep the b term as it is, which is positive 3x. And we're going to replace the c with our ac term, which is -18. So now we have it in x²+bx+c form. So we're done with step 3. Step 4 says to factor the polynomial, and we know how to factor x²+bx+c. So in our previous videos, we have learned that in order to do this, we need to first find factor pairs of the c value, that when you add those two numbers in the factor pair, you get the b value. So we need to find a factor pair of -18 that when you add them, you get +3. So let's go ahead and write the factor pairs over here. So we know that 1 times 18 gives us 18, 2 times 9, and 3 times 6. So there are 3 factor pairs of 18. Now what we need to do is we need to be careful of our signs, because we know that we have a -18. So one of these numbers in the factor pairs has to be positive and the other has to be negative. In order to figure out which is going to be positive and which is going to be negative, we take a look at our b value, which is what we need to, when you add them, this is the value that we need. So we need a positive 3x. So in order, when you're adding a positive and a negative, in order for the number to be positive, the larger number has to be positive. Because remember, you always take the sign of the larger number. So that means 18 would have to be positive, 9 would have to be positive, and 6 would have to be positive, leaving 1, 2, and 3 to be negative. So now if we add positive 18 and -1, we get positive 17. Positive 9, -2 give us positive 7. And positive 6 and -3 gives us positive 3. So the b value is positive 3. That means the factor pair that we're going to be using is -3 and positive 6. So we have done that. So now let's go ahead and write our 2 binomials. So remember, when you're factoring, you get 2 binomials. So we're going to have x, so we're going to have x in the first binomial. We're also going to have x in the second binomial, because we know that x times x gives you x², because you're adding the powers of the variable. So x to the power 1 times x to the power 1 gives you x to the power of 2, or x². And we're going to have -3 and +6. So we have x minus 3 and x plus 6. Now we've done step 4, and now what we need to do is go back and divide the constants in each binomial. So we have -3 and positive 6. We're going to divide these by the value of a. So we're going to bring the value of a back. So let's go ahead and divide -3 by 2 and positive 6 by 2. Now here's the thing. If the numbers divide evenly, so if -3 and 2 were to divide evenly, we would just write out the quotient and replace it with the -3. But in this case, -3 and 2 do not go in evenly. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the 2 and bring it up to the x and multiply it by the x. So we're going to get 2x, and we're going to keep the -3 as it is. So we're going to get 2x minus 3. And this is sometimes referred to as the bottoms up method. So you're going to bring the bottom up to the x. So you're going to get 2x minus 3. This is also called the AC method. So now you have done it for the first binomial. Let's go ahead and do the second binomial. So we have x plus 6 divided by 2. We know that 6 does divide evenly into 2 by 3 times. So we're going to get x plus 3. And this is how you factor ax²+bx+c when AC is negative. So we've done step 5 and we have our answer, which is 2x minus 3 times x plus 3. And if you want to check your answer, you can always do FOIL or distributive property. So this is it for this video. Thanks for watching and we will see you guys next time. Bye!